Ghulam Ali Chagla, Seth Abdullah Harun, Uncle Seria, Dayaram Vidumal, Dayaram Jejmal, Mekharam Vidumal, Mama Parsi, Nagar Edel Insha, GM Sayyid, Data Daulat Mahdani, Jafar Fatul, Hassan Ali Afandi, Sorab Kadri, and Ghulam Singh Khalid are remarkable. Present situation of the Karachi needs a revival of that dead time. And for a peaceful atmosphere, we must think about the caste, creed, and class. In the entire world, human race is losing faith in itself. With the people who belong to a culture of tolerance, peace and love, and feel that our Sufi culture can guide and help to get us out of the current dilemma in which we have fallen into. The dialogue and rational approach is a better way to understand and to solve the issues facing the human race. Following verse of Shanti, Vasibudi will help and guide us. Let us go to the winners who possess such subtle love. They connect all the days, never learn they disconnect. Long live humanity. Thank you very much.
Gloriously He, essence of beauty He, Himself image of beloved, Himself perfect being, Himself the divine, the disciple, and the idea indeed, solution to the secret only our inner being can find. I'd now like to invite on the podium Dr. Sabir Michael. Thank you.
Soomro Sahab, Honorable Madam, Father Pastor, and other distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum. Aapka salamati ho. I am associated with Sindhi Sufi Institute of Science and Technology, dealing with the teaching of social sciences and the vision of Sindhi Sufi that we want to build a society, a tolerant society. First of all, I would like to appreciate the initiative of the Sindhi Sufi Institute, because such type of programs and such type of discussions, they are inevitable for us. They are necessary for us, because this is the time, if we do not rise up to the occasion, if we do not feel the needs of inevitable things in our society, we will be running towards decline. I normally teach sociology and psychology in the university, and this week I have been working with my students teaching culture and society. So this is a very live topic, and we have been discussing this. What are the factors that leads to disharmony, dysfunctioning of the society? Having a background of doctorate in sociology, I would like to focus my discussion on the causes and remedies of interfaith, related to interfaith. My distinguished academicians, human rights activists are here, but still I would just like to share my views that I have developed listing all these academicians and others. And at the outset, I would like to say that it's very honor for me to share my views as an academician, as a human rights activist, and as a minority member of Pakistan. So interfaith is a phenomenon. Interfaith disharmony has increased in Pakistan for last 30 to 25 years, especially in the resounding of the martial laws. Unfortunately, my father tells me that 70s, the people were living very peacefully. As Khadim Sahib mentioned, many people who contributed in the formation of Pakistan and stability of social society of the Sindh in the country. And this situation impacted for a long time, but unfortunately, because of these martial law regimes and some other factors that I would like to streamline later on, the interfaith disharmony increased. For example, first of all, I would like to focus the issue of poverty and social injustice. I just don't want to criticize the government here, the establishment here, but I would like to focus on my own families, our own families. Let's see what is the position of the social relationship of family, of the people in our society. Very important thing. The process of socialization, that is the key to build a tolerant culture, is missing in our society, in our families. Joint family system, which is a remarkable thing of our society, is turning towards nuclearism, towards nuclear society. A brother is not accepting another brother. Let's see another social institution which is a backbone of the social society, that is a religious institution. We are seeing so many issues, so many splinters in every religion, in every sect. Within the sect even, just sometime, most of the time for the personal interest and gains. So the social injustice at individual level leads to the creation of poverty in the country, in the society, and that creates intolerant attitude among the people. This poverty leads to the corruption, and that corruption is prevailing in our almost every sector of the life. Academic sector, social sector, political sector, economic sector. What I think what is corruption? Whenever you go beyond the way, beyond the methods that society has described to solve our day-to-day issues, that leads to the corruption. Since the materialism has increased a lot, the corruption is increasing a lot, and it is also creating an intolerant attitude among the people. Then the next point I would like to underline, institutionalized, what I should say, discrimination by the state. And I would like to quote the example of one of the black law applied in our country, which is a gift of the martial law regime, that is a blasphemy law. At one hand, our constitution speaks that every citizen is equal before the law under Article 22. Article 25 speaks about the religious freedom, but then at some point it is also said that a certain people cannot be the head of the state. I am not interested in becoming head of the state anymore. I am happy to serve as assistant professor in Zabist and make my career as an academician and human rights activist. But what happens? It creates desperation. On the other hand, it serves as a tool for the people who want to destroy the social harmony of the people. You have all seen various incidents in recent days, in recent past, the incident in the Sialkot, incident in other part of the countries. And this law, I would like to quote here the statistics of the National Commission for Justice and Peace in Lahore of the Catholic Church. How this law is being manipulated for the personal interest and gains. Out of 1100 cases that were registered, around 500 cases were launched by the Muslim against the Muslim for the personal revenge. So interfaith disharmony is not against the other religions, but also within the religion. The sectarian violence and clashes we all have seen around us. And we have been victim of the terrorism that is the climax of the disharmony in the sector of interfaith. So, the institutionalized policies of discrimination also leads towards that. The last point, because I don't want to take much time, because my most senior people are there. The last point, which is last but not least, the problem in the curriculum and academic settings. When you say that the Pakistan was created for the Muslims, where I stand, when I know that the decisive vote was given for the creation of Pakistan by S.P. Sindh. Right. So, the problems in the curriculum, when you divide the people, when you teach Islamic studies, you have different curriculum for Shia, you have different curriculum for Sunni. It leads disharmony in the society. We should find, our academicians should have tried to find, or our academic establishment should have tried to find common grounds which would unite the people. The laws are established for the form of social control, not to create disharmony in the society. So the institutionalized discrimination, and then the problems in the curriculum that are the basic responsible. Now coming to the Karachi is a multi-ethnic, multi-religious and multi-racial city. Since its inception, it has been mother for people of all the world, all the regions. They have been coming here, they have been finding refuge here, and the city is happening. Unfortunately, another gift of the martial law, according to my perception, was the establishment of various groups in the region and creation of the polarization among them. That also led to the creation of that. Afghan Jihad, how it has disturbed our life, how it has disturbed our social fabric, we all know. That this policy of jihadism and promotion of jihad and the fight against the red revolution or red people or the red people or red countries, that led to the situation which it has created in interfaith disharmony in the society. In 90s, when I was just college student in Punjab, I was seeing many top class Shia and Sunni people were being killed because of this activity. That was also that a political intervention of the external and internal forces for their personal gains. So now this is my view regarding the causes that leads to the disharmony that disturbs the interfaith. But I personally feel that what we have seen, very recent attack on our GHQ, according to me,